I have just bought this Ford Transit to turn into the ultimate stealth camper. We paid just £5,800 for this van, which seemed like a bit of a bargain. But then there was a problem with the gearbox and we had to spend a further £2,600 to get a new clutch and a new gearbox in there. Ugh. We're still trying to work out what's going on with that situation. But now we're back on track. The car is... Hey, what are you doing? But now the van is fixed, but we now need to crack on. There are quite a few parts of the van that do need a little bit of love. Look at it. Last episode, we managed to clear the van out. We've stripped out all the racking, gave it a good hoover, but now we need to attack this floor. It needs cleaning properly, rust treating, and then painting. I was planning on jet washing this floor. I put a poll out and it was like 50-50. Do I jet wash it or just scrub it? Ginny just weighed in. Putting this much water in a van with a jet washer just wasn't a good idea. Don't touch those, little man, they're electrics.
Electric.
What are they?
Electric.
Electrics. There's electrics here and here. The last thing you ever want to do is put a load of water in your van. I'm going to go with the elbow grease to start and we'll go from there. You caught me. I'm getting the jet washer out. No, I'm not. I am getting the jet washer out, but I had an idea. I'm not going to jet wash it because that creates loads of spray, but snow foam for the car does not. So I'm going to snow foam it, and that hopefully won't put too much water, and then clean it off by hand. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's quite wet. Oh, too bad. Okay, that actually went better than expected. Oh, it's gonna work, this. That's worked, I think. That is a less water invasive method. Why I've left the bulkhead in. The bulkhead needs to come out, but I've left it in because I don't want to get any water in the cab. Yes! Look at it! That's come up all right. That, I'm happy with that. Not too much water, but also made light work of it. Take a look. That's come up pretty good. That has got, I honestly thought it was going to be a much worse state than that. The floor is in amazing nick to say how knackered the inside looked. But look, there is some rust. Little spots of rust, but only surface rust. There's nothing bad about the floor whatsoever. Right, I am gonna repeat that process. All this is now coming off nice. Look at it, it's almost squeaky clean. There's no big dents or anything in it. I honestly thought the floor was gonna be in a pretty bad way. Yes! That is epic. Let me show you. Look at it! Ah, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. It is very, very clean. I've got all into the nuts and crannies. I've got a really good idea for drying the floor. Yes! Well happy with that. Next job, bulkhead. Oh, and it doesn't smell in here. If you are enjoying this build and want to support the channel, do hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. It's completely free, but it really does show your support and I really appreciate it. I think that's all the bolts out. Right, let's see if this comes out. Oh no, there's some in. I've left some in, guys. Okay. Bulkhead going, if anybody wants it. Yeah. I'll tell you what, that is a country mile lighter than the ones in the crafter. There's a sordid, dirty secret there, which we need to have a look at. Right, that needs cleaning out. All kinds of shit in here. Any bounty? No, just a pucker pie lid. Right, oh, a pound! Little man will be happy. 3, 2, 1.
We don't need to pop.
More treasure! I'm keeping this one
Yeah,
until you've got to earn it.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm a really good boy.
When we do a bit more work on the van, you can have that one. Back on the van, a new day, and the van is stripped, giving it a good clean. I want to pull the seats out because there is some serious gunk to remove under there. Let me show you. The smell of the van is 1,000,000% better. In fact, all the stuff that's just laying here, I can actually smell out the van. All of this, I gave this a bit of a back the other day. That just needs a proper good clean. So I'm going to take everything out, removing these bolts and these bolts. This seat belt's connected here. Undo that bolt. Yes. Seat out. Bit of a problem here. There is a lot of electrical stuff under here that I have no idea what it is. I think it's the tracker, but it's fully wired in to the van. So I don't really want to take it out and then like the van decide that it doesn't start anymore or something like that. Unclip it all, lift the seat base out. Having a mare here, for the life of me, I cannot get this seat out. These bolts are just not shifting. I've already snapped one bit. Won't budge. Somebody has duggered those in, put some oil on them or something and see if that will, some penetrating fluid. Yes! One is released. These little jobs, you think, oh, just quickly whip those seats out. And then before you know it, an hour later, you're still struggling with 4 bolts. 1 down, 3 to go. Not even funny how tight this is. Yes! Yes! It's made me so happy. Another stuck bolt. I can't get that one out. I was just using an Allen key, and usually on those T-bolts you can get away with an Allen key, but they're so tight that I'm starting to round it out and I'm worried I won't get it out full stop. So I'm gonna have to nip to Halfords and buy a set of T-specific bits. Let's go! We're back. 36-piece socket set. I do rate the Halfords tools. Lifetime warranty, so if you snap any of the bits, they'll replace them. Right, let's try and get this last seatbelt bolt off so we can get the seats out. Look at that. Oh. Yes. Something under here. Not out she comes at all. It's wired in here to that. Going to that. I have no idea what that is. Got it. Yes! Passenger seat looks pretty good, just wants a good clean. Driver's seat looks pretty rough, and I think we might even get it recovered, but I do just want to give it a clean so I can use the van. Yes, they are looking a little bit tastier. They're very wet though. Look at the scum that's in the Hoover. Oh, that is black. giving those a really good clean down. And actually, they're looking pretty good. Oh, I just need to do these little plastic side trims. Extremely full of man flu. Little man has been so ill this week. He's had a temperature of 40.5, full of cold and flu. I've also been fully ill, so apologies for no video last week. But we're back on the van, trying to get these out. Cannot get these seat bases out, so I've soaked them in oil overnight, the bolts, this one here and this one here, and hopefully we can get it out. That seat base out, which means probably having to take all the batteries out as well. It's got 2 batteries, which is interesting. Then we can give it a really good clean, get rid of all of this skank. And I reckon then it's going to smell pretty good, because it already smells. I actually put it back together to drive it to work this week, and it smells pretty good. So hopefully we can get this squared away, and then we can sort out the painting the floor. There. Ugh. Oh God, it doesn't want it. God. Leverage is required. Oh, it just doesn't want to move. Ah, I guess this is working on old cars, old vans. Yes, it's coming. It's just released. Squared a little bit underneath, and boom. That has decided it does want to move. Yes, that literally has taken me hours. Look at it. These are the electrics. I don't know what to do with them because they're kind of like hardwired into stuff, and I don't want to, ruin anything. So at the moment, I'm just going to leave them there. Let me know in the comments if you think, they're easy to remove. Is it just a case of uncut the wires and jobs are good? But they're kind of fully wired into the wiring loom. So yeah, I'm going to make a very neat cut here and cut there, and then we can get that out. Progress. Take a look at this. Fully cleaned. That was honking in there. I think I'm going to put a little bit of like sound deadener or thermoliner on here. See if I can quieten the cab down a little bit. Just been using some alcohol spray and some basically fairy liquid just to give that a good clean. I'll put a link to all the stuff I use in the description. Alcohol spray is the one. Now I need to tackle the driver's side. No way, look at this, right? Just pottering around the driver's area and cleaning all this up, because I don't think I'm going to be able to take all that out, so I was just giving it a really good clean. It's looking pretty nice, still got a bit to do. Gave that a clean, which is a 240 volt, and there's an inverter behind here, underneath the handbrake. And I was like, oh, I'll take all that, probably take all that out safely, or maybe just leave it, so it's just, make sure it's safe, basically. I wonder if it works, because if it works, it's worth keeping. Thought I'll get a plug. Look at that. So I've got a 240 mini inverter in the front of the cab. Suppose that could be really handy for charging camera gear. It looks so dirty, I just thought there's no way that's going to work. And then when I started cleaning out the little holes with the hoover and a little thing, happy days. Right, I'm out my comfort zone here, so I'm taking photos of everything and I'm labeling stuff as I take it out, because I want it to go back in exactly the same way. 1, 2. Oh, fucking hell. Yes! Oh, fucking hell, get me up then. Oh, it's raining as well. I need a unit. Always take the negative off first, apparently. Right, we're off. Fully detached. 3, 2, 1. Yes. That could go there. Okay. It's not as dirty this side. All of these electrics, I've no idea what is what. But if we can just give it a bit of a clean up, maybe we try and lift the base but not take the electrics out. Oh, that's a good idea. The question is, are these bolts going to be pricks too. Slow progress, but let me show you. We're pretty much ready to put it all back in. Haven't taken this out, but I have unbolted it. It is all loose, and I've managed to really get round it and give it a really good clean. I've also lifted this under here and put a little bit of sound deadening. Batteries have all been cleaned. This has all been cleaned, hoovered. This is a live terminal, which I think I'm just going to be able to wire my leisure battery into. New day, and the cab is looking amazing. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Note to future self, and also anybody planning a build, if you are buying a van that has had a bit of a dirty life, just bear that in mind. It's literally taken me days to clean the van. I've just got some mats to come, but the cab itself, after a really good clean, I also double cleaned it off camera, and I also gave it a real good polish with some nice car products. It's looking good. The seats have come up a treat. They've gone back in. This seat we are going to get recovered, but for now it looks pretty good. In fact, I only think it's the armrest and the seat base that needs recovering. The backrest is fine. All of the dash has had a really good clean and a polish. Top of the dash is looking great. It's all looking good, nice and clean, nice polish. Oh, I've also put some insulation in this central panel, and I've got some carpets that will fit through the middle. This area here was so minging and skanky, but with a really good clean, took it out, took all the plastics out, jet washed it, it's come up really well. In the back, gave that a thorough clean last night. Putting in the work here, guys. And again, it's looking pretty good in here. So now we're on to the rust. The rust is not bad. There's hardly any, really. There's just places where the paintwork has been damaged and it's got a little bit rusty. So we're going to rub all that back, wire brush it down, and rust treat it. 3 weapons for rust removal. We have got a wire brush, some sandpaper, and then for some of the harder to reach areas, the trusty air sander. And then any holes in the floor, I'm just going round and I'm going to drill them out, drill out the rust, and then I've got some stainless steel blanks that I'm going to Sikaflex over the top. That's my plan, to get everywhere kind of like that. Don't forget the dust mask. You only get 1 set of lungs, and this stuff is probably pretty nasty. If this looks like hard work, it's because it is, but let me take this off. It is definitely worth doing. Think about all those little bits of hidden rust that if you keep your van for 10 years or so, it's worth taking that time. Just look at all this. All that has now, it's just all loose paint that's come off that was a little bit rusty. That wire brush is an absolute beast. floor is prepped. It looks good. I'm pleased with it actually. Take a look. Quite a bit of exposed metal. Not really too bad. It's mainly just on these high points. Next steps is I'm going to treat all the bare metal and rust. Right, going to prime it with this Hammerite crust, which just neutralizes rust, I believe. Brushing this on. The rust killer is dry. Take a look. It goes like a funny color. So you can see it goes like a black color. Next job, this is super OCD, but the next thing I want to do is just put some Seeker primer down through all the bolt and screw holes that I've drilled out, so nothing can get rusty. Little bit of that. Probably overkill, but I do like to go above and beyond. The floor has been sufficiently dabbed, all of them, every hole. Gonna give the floor a quick wipe over with some alcohol spray and then we can prime it. Ginny, while you're here, people want to know what your thoughts are of the new van.
Another winter, another van. Here we go again. No, I'm joking. I think it's good. It's exciting. Different van, different layout. I always love a tiny space. Nice to design for a tiny space. Not that I'm designing it. Matt's designed this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is more of a man van zone.
A man van.
A man van.
My point is it's not for you to go off and like sit on your own for a week in it, is it?
Isn't it? No.
Well, I'll be behind you in the other van.
Yeah, double van trips.
No, you've even said we'll go away in it together.
Yeah, well, it will sleep all of us
Yeah.
in the massive bed.
Yeah.
We like just
Tip
having,
run.
tip run. It's nice to
Speed.
just have a van that you can chuck a load of crap in.
Yeah. But it won't be for much longer because then it will look all nice and you're not going to.
I know, and then I won't. Then I have to get another. Then I have to get another van that will be the crap hauler.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Would you like a cup of tea? Right, main priming paint left over from the last van build. We have got Hammerite red oxide primer. This stuff. I'm not priming the whole of the floor. I am just priming basically where it's bare metal or looks a bit thin. Then we'll put a coat of white on it. That's so satisfying. Primed. That needs to go off. We can't paint this until tomorrow. The red oxide primer is down and dry. 24 hours later. Oh. We've been out on the bikes this morning. The van is already serving its purpose. Let me just whip these out. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Dry as a bone. Ready for the final coat of white metal paint. And I am using this Hammerite metal paint. Just going to brush it on. I'll put a link for all the stuff that I'm using on this build. And as always, if you've got any questions about what I'm doing, hit me up in the comments. Drop me a DM over Instagram at @abucklifeofficial. Yes! But look at it. Fully painted. It didn't all need a coat, but when you start something, you kind of just want to finish it really and make it look as nice as possible, even though you're never going to see it again. But we know now that the floor has been fully cleaned, prepped, rust treated, primed, double primed in places where, especially where there's exposed metal, and then fresh coat of paint on it. So that should last at least another 10 years. I like to show you my mistakes. Slight mixture of paint there. I think there must have been a little bit not dry from the red oxide primer. It's gone a little bit pink in that corner. You may be wondering about some of the areas that you can still see, like this here, where there's some damage to the paintwork there. I'm going to get some Ford white to spray paint anywhere that's going to be visible on the van. So the sun is going down, and that does bring us to the end of this video, because I was hoping to get more done. In fact, in this video I was hoping to get the floor in, the insulation in, the floor in, but we've honestly been days and days of work just cleaning the van and getting the floor prepped and painted. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was it worth it? I think it was. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the hype button if you can. It uplifts the video and shares it to more people. So if you press that hype button, it will be near the like one. It really does help the video and help the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Look at the van though now.